WineAlign. How did I start the business? This is my third startup. When I sold my second startup, I went to the liquor store to buy a bottle of wine to celebrate. And I paid $100 for it. There's no interaction. I brought it home and it tasted bad. So that was the real inspiration for WineAlign. What is WineAlign? We answer the question, what wine do I buy today? So we can answer the question, what is the best Cabernet in stock at the store under $25? What's the best wine that goes with salmon? Or what's the best wine coming out next week's vintages releases? This is a real Ontario-centric conversation for now. This is moving on by itself, okay? So what is WineAlign? It's a community where people can share and exchange wine views. It's a database of all the wines in the LCBO. It's integrated with the LCBO inventory, and we have web and mobile web versions. How does it work? So you enter the parameters. What type of wine do you want? Where is it from? How much do you want to spend? And where's your store located? Then we analyze all the wines in the inventory, come back with a ranked list of the wines in stock in that store with a composite score associated with it, helping you determine what's the best wine in stock at that store with what you want to buy. You can drill down on it and find out more information about the wine, share with friends, read the critics' reviews, etc. We've got some of the top wine critics in the country working with us, and thousands of users who review and rate wines on their own. The market size, in Ontario, about 1.5 million people buy wine, 650,000 people shop at vintages. There's about $12 million spent on wine advertising in Ontario, and we'll play by 2.5 for Canada. We run a freemium revenue model. We're currently generating, quite proud, $1.15 of revenue per user per month. 84% of that comes from advertising, and we're getting CPM rates between $30 and $125. Yes, $125 per CPM, because the wine in the top right corner is targeted at the search criteria that people have. So when the person's making a purchase decision, we're putting a wine that's in stock in that store at the point of purchase decision. People pay for the privilege of having their wine there. Business keys, provincial liquor monopolies, almost everyone buys all their wine at the LCBO. I've got some of the top critics locked up. The bi-weekly vintage release cycle. Every 2 weeks, about 100 wines released into the marketplace. So that gives us a legitimate and valued reason to go back to all of our customers every 2 weeks with newsletters. It's cool. We're a hyper-responsive organization. Objectivity of critics is sacrosanct, and we're doing hyper-targeted advertising. Some of the challenges we face, traditional media hasn't covered us. Gord Stimmel won't write about us. Beppy won't write about us. You can see just even a 3-second mention on breakfast television did for us, and Mark Saltzman in the blog write-up did a lot for us as well. We had some initial advertiser skepticism about the new channel. Getting our Google organic and SEO stuff going was a challenge. Lack of marketing funds, and frankly, it's hard to run a startup for 2 years with no cash flow. That's what we're doing. Marketing efforts, we credit people for referrals. We use Google AdWords. We've got promotional codes. I'll mention them later on. We're doing populations, and we've done some limited Twitter targeting. So if you mention Pinot in Peterborough, you will get a tweet from us once. 99% of the replies are very positive to that image. How are we doing? Very proud. In August, we passed through 10,000 registered users. As of tonight, we have 10,845. Hopefully, a few more after this. We're getting about 16,000 unique visitors. 98% of those are from Ontario, and we're spending over 4 minutes a visit on the site. Unique visitors have been growing rapidly. We did some SEO tweaking in the last 2 months. You can see the difference. Our quarterly revenue has been growing substantially. Last quarter it increased by 26%. So we're running about $35,000 to $40,000 a quarter right now. Our revenue versus expenses, as you can see, our revenues increasing, our expenses are going down. We're not capitalizing any of our development expenses, so there's a lot of one-time expenses in there. So from cash flow from pure operations, we're actually positive after 16 months. Cash flow positive after 16 months. Highlights, we bought a business called First in Line. We did some really cool 2D barcode stuff at a trade show. No one remembers what wine they tried at a trade show, so we took pictures of it and built a shopping list dynamically. Apparently that hadn't been done in the world before. We were named one of the 50 best best design websites of Canada by someone. I don't know who did it, but if you're here, thank you. And we got some coverage in the Financial Post a week or two ago. And of course, we're speaking on SproutUp. So some lessons of advice. There's no silver bullet for growth. I thought I'd have 10,000 users after the first month, and it's just not going to happen. You got to do everything. It's hard. It's critical to know your conversion costs, your customer acquisition costs. That helps you make a lot of decisions. There's a great suite of tools out there, like the Google Suite, Analytics, AdWords, Ad Manager, Webmasters. They're all tools that are free, and they work well. And I think it's important to have a monthly report, even if you're just by yourself. Share with friends or buddies who told you to start it, and have the discipline to do a monthly report, and figure out what your metrics are, and do that every month. I think that's critical. Act on early feedback. As things go along, you got your crap, you got it together. But early on, there's some good feedback. We listen to it. There's always feedback, but early stuff I think is more critical. Create metrics, manage and model them. Early on, make some good deals with your advertisers. Give them exclusivity. Give them first right of refusal on renewal, stuff like that. Shred. Has anyone heard of the Ontario Interactive Digital Media Tax Credit? Okay. If you haven't, you're doing a customer-based application using text or music or images. Look it up because it's pretty cool. And I'd spend more on marketing if I was doing this all over again. So we've got a promo code. It's Sprouter. By the way, our service is free, but there's a premium service, and you'll get the premium service for 3 months free if you enter the keyword Sprouter when you're signing up. That's my email address. I didn't put up my Twitter address. It's @Bryan McCaw, and that's WineAlign. Thank you for your time.